Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Inside Cornerstone, your weekly look at everything going on in the world of our church here in Alexander City. Cornerstone First Global Methodist Church. I'm Brett Pritchard alongside Pastor Billy Coleman, and great guest to start off, Coach, sitting there beside you, Glenda.
Glenda, the masterful youth ministry of the church. I mean,
Children's.
she's fantastic.
If you don't know,
Well, children, they're youth, Glenda.
That's true.
They're just
That's true.
younger children.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
we've had
You're right, though.
we've had Glenda on for those of you that are watching for the first time. This is Glenda Hill. She's
Hi.
over our children's ministries at Cornerstone, and Glenda, always good to have you on
Thank
with
you.
us to try to rein us in a little bit from comedy hour that we normally bring.
She wouldn't do that. She's going to laugh with us.
She does laugh with
Yeah,
us.
she laughs with us. She knows. She gets it.
She does.
She
She
really
does.
does.
So, I would say Glenda just wanted to come hang out with us today.
Well, she does want
That's
to.
not the truth. So we don't tell lies on this show.
We don't?
No, we don't tell lies.
When
on
did
this
that
show.
start?
We don't tell lies on this show.
You're sitting right here with
I
a pastor
promise.
and a cross.
Exactly. But Glenda's here to talk about Vacation Bible School. First of all, where this year is flying by.
It is.
I mean, we're talking about summer and Vacation Bible School. We just had Memorial Day weekend. Coach, we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. We'll have a clip from the service from this past Sunday about Memorial Day from our traditional service. You know, we have a lot of clips from our Arbor service, but this week it comes from our traditional service. And but Glenda, we're about to roll into the month of June. It's about
Here
to be
it is.
time. Here we go. So
Here we go.
Vacation Bible School. Let's talk about it. I know Kane has the flyer he'll put up here during the show to kind of let everybody know, and they can go to the website and find out how to register and all that. But just kind of tell us a little bit about Vacation Bible School.
We're so excited. It starts next Monday, which is June the 3rd through the 5th, and it's from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's from ages 3 to 3rd or 6th grade, and we're so excited. It's called Created by Christ. So it's all about painting and crayons and colors and just everything that God made, and the kids are going to have a great time. We're all excited. Your daughter's even helping us.
Well, I mean, she loves it. She loves this time of year. And, you know, some of my most fond memories of growing up in the
Oh,
church
yeah.
were Vacation Bible School as a kid. And I went to a Baptist church, and Jackson's got Baptist church a long time ago. And I remember my mom teaching Bible school, and other kids coming from other places, though. We'd have big crowds, and I know that we'll have kids coming from other churches
Yeah.
to our Bible schools, and I know that that's a big thing, that the churches kind of collaborate so everybody's not doing it on the same exact week or same exact weekend. But man, some of my most fond memories of the church period were Vacation Bible School days.
And I'll tell you something else. This girl right here, she works. She believes in working. And people will come in and they'll see everything and enjoy it and brag and ooh and ah over everything. But I'm going to tell you, there's hours and hours of work that are going on in the background. Glenn, if you don't mind, I'd like for you just to talk about a general look at the work that goes on prior to Bible school.
Oh, there's a lot. My goodness. We're decorating the whole stage. Last night I was up making paintbrushes, which is tall as you are.
That's a
It's a big thing.
That's a paintbrush.
That's a big paintbrushes. You know, we bought all these inflatable crayons we're having to do, and getting shirts sizes together, getting all our arts and crafts and all of our curriculum ready. We're going to do a rotation thing where we only have one teacher, so our kids will be rotating from crafts to food to games to worship. So it's a little bit easier, but where you don't have like 10 different teachers trying to teach 10 things. You got one teacher, and the kids will just move from the next group every 20, 25 minutes.
That's a great idea. They never get bored, do they?
No, and the teacher liked it because they only have to do one room, and the new kids coming in and
Makes sense.
get this set up, get the next one set up. But we're really excited about all of it, and it's going to be great. There's a lot of decoration stuff going on with it, too. So we want the kids to come in and say, oh, wow, this is so cool.
All right, so again, bringing back memories, flashback, of smaller kids and drawing and coloring and things like that. Talk about the theme this year. I think engaging the kids that
Yes.
way and using that theme of color and and everything that, God's handy work
Yes.
in kind of doing that. Kind of talk about the theme a little
The
bit.
created by Christ. It starts out, we're doing a little skit about how God created. First he said, let there be light, and how he made the water, and he made the grass, he made the birds, how he made everything, and he used just by speaking it, he made it.
Very powerful.
Yeah, it is.
And that great scripture that we're new creatures in Christ. When Christ comes into our life, then we're a new creature. And it's just so thrilling that these children are going to come and learn about Jesus and have a great time too. And that's something else, Brett. It's fun. Being a Christian is fun. We laugh and cut up. That's not an act. That's pretty obvious. But I mean, Christians have a good time, and teaching these children, you can laugh.
Well,
You can have fun
Some
and
of the-
enjoy it.
some of the most intriguing stories are out of the Bible. And, teaching about those stories and teaching about
Yes.
what God,
Yeah.
did back at the beginning of creation and all of that and really bringing that in for those kids
And
to
they
learn.
love that.
Well, it is.
They
I mean,
love it.
I remember all of those stories out of the Old Testament in the early, when I was growing up, those were some of the most intriguing about how the world was created and
Right.
how we are who we are today because of that. So, Kane, I think you flashed up the flyer there for a second. If you got it ready, we'll put it up and let everybody kind of take a look. If you do, there it is. We're talking about Vacation Bible School, June 3rd through the 5th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at our Arbor campus, created by Christ. You can see the colorful tree there with all the handprints from the kids on it. That's another thing that I still remember certain things we did
I do
way
too.
back when. I can't remember what I did about 2 hours ago, but I can remember what I
Because
did
you-
back then.
Because you learned in a fun way.
We did. We
When you learn
did.
in a fun way, you sort of keep it in your brain a little bit.
That's right. And you kind of log that back into the filing system there in your head that, hey, that's something that made an impact on me. I think a lot of times, Coach and I talk about ways to get people into church and ways to bring people to Christ. Whether it be, and I've given many stories about maybe church league basketball, somebody that
Sure.
came into the league playing for a church and never been to church, and all of a sudden, man, they got immersed into church through basketball. There's different ways. Well, there'll be kids that come to Christ through Bible school.
Absolutely.
And that
That's what I'm
happens
hoping.
every year. And maybe it's a child that isn't in church, that now this is their first opportunity to learn about any of this. Maybe this is the first time anybody shared any of these stories. And this is, again, Glenda, like you said, you store things in your mind that have an impact on you, especially positive. And so this will be an opportunity here probably for some child or maybe several to come to Christ through what we do at Vacation Bible School.
That's right. Even the youth are going to be helping. So the youth gets their chance to be able to, as they're just starting out, to be able to tell people about Jesus. And I think that's great too, because they get a learning thing, because we got youth in each classroom helping.
And I think if people are pretty consistent watchers of this show, we talk about our youth and our children almost every week, Coach. And
they're really all one and the same. to me.
they really are. Well, we kind of tied it in. You were just talking about, the children look up to the youth,
Right.
and they want to aspire to be that person. And you got to have somebody, a mentor or a role model. And our youth, they're so intrigued, actually intertwined with the things that you guys do in the children's ministry. That's got to be rewarding for you and
It is.
David both.
And so helpful. I mean, by the end of the summer, your child Brinley, she's almost at every camp I do. She's so helpful. There's certain groups that always help. There's some
Right.
of the new ones that are moving in trying to help, and it's like seeing Christ. It's
Right.
using God's hands and feet.
A beautiful thing that Glenda does is she incorporates these children into the ministry of the church. Mother's, I mean, I had many people tell me that they never have been to a Mother's Day service like we had. And the children were a big part.
They were a huge
They were a big part of that. They literally are ministers
That's right.
of the church. And that's, you talk about the growth of the church, and we're all thankful to God for it, but a lot of it is because of the children and the youth and the active role that we want them to have in our services. It attracts.
You're exactly right,
Yeah.
Coach. Well, Glenda, we really thank you for coming up here.
Thank you for having me.
Again, we'll
All that you
continue
do.
to
Thank you.
Thank you.
promote that this week, and as everybody watches, you'll see that flyer. We'll have it up one more time before the show's over. But Vacation
You can
Bible
go
School.
at the bottom of it. You can go right to the little website thing, and you can register right there. and
Go to
you
the
don't have
web
do it-
address, and you can register right there. So we're looking for tons of kids next week at Vacation Bible School.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
So
Yes, it is.
Again,
Appreciate you.
thank you, Glenda, for coming out here.
Thank you for
and,
having
and
me.
sharing with us so
sure do.
much.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take a break. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett.
Billy?
And I'm Matt.
And we want you to join us each week for Inside Cornerstone. Coach, Matt, excited to have this show on every single day throughout the week leading up to Sunday.
Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in everything we do. You won't just be listening to messages. You're going to be hearing about things going on at our church.
And make sure you join us at our worship services 9 and 11 o'clock.
Join us each week right here on Inside Cornerstone on WAXC TV.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone. Again, I want to thank Glenda for coming on the show and sharing about Vacation Bible School. Again, it's open to all kids, and
Yes, sir.
want those kids in a certain age group. Now, not every age group.
No, some of us won't be
Some,
allowed.
yeah, I know you were excited about the crayons. There we go.
hell was.
But she might let you color a little
I
bit.
doubt it.
So, but again, I want to thank her and all the work she does.
A lot of work
for
goes
us.
into that.
Yeah, just a ton of work. And Coach, this past weekend was Memorial Day weekend, and so you and I talk about that a good bit. And I've watched. I'll just kind of throw this out there. Band of Brothers several times. I watched again this past weekend. Just a great. I don't want to say a mini series, but I guess it is 10-episode series about the 101st Airborne that got dropped in France, and just kind of chronicled and followed some of those guys, and based off true story of things that went. Have you seen Band of Brothers? Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's hard. I'm pretty emotional about all the people that died for us, so we
Right.
could have this show and other things.
Right.
But yeah, I have.
Well, I did it on
watched
purpose to
yeah.
watch it during this weekend.
It's a challenge watching.
To, not that I need to watch that to have an appreciation, but just brings it kind of full circle that
Yeah.
we're able to do the things we're able to do because those
Absolutely.
men and women
Absolutely.
decided to just basically say, look, I know I'm walking right into the face of death, but I believe so much in the cause of our country that I'm going to do that, and I'm going to defend
and not
it.
even know. It's one thing to face death to save your family, or
Right.
to save your best friends, but they walked into death and had no idea who they were doing it for. For me and you,
Yeah, exactly.
they didn't know us. They didn't know, and just to have that kind of love for this great country, and we have to have control. But when I see and think of some of the things that's happening in our country in light of the sacrifice that we honor on Memorial Day, I have to pray to make sure I'm in control
Well,
of myself.
you and I
'Cause-
talk about this all the time. And Ronald Reagan said it best. He said, we're only one generation away from freedom being extinct. If you lose the translation and you lose the part about educating younger generations about what it is about the importance of why we do what we do in the United States. And we are a beacon of light. Well, we're more than just a beacon of light for the rest of the world. We can actually go out and defend and go out and pursue those that want to attack freedom and attack democracy. We have the force to do it. There are a lot of other countries in this world, Coach, that believe in democracy but don't have a way to enforce it.
True.
Or I guess enforce is not the correct word. A way to defend it if they were to choose to go that way, because they don't have the military we have.
Well, we have a great obligation, and this is what the sermon was on Sunday at Green Street, is, we had these beautiful Veterans Day programs at all of our 27 schools in Coleman County. We invited the veterans, and the kids got to see the veterans. They got to talk to them.
Right.
They got to shake their hand and give them a standing ovation. But they don't get to see the people that we talk about on Memorial Day. Right. That is our responsibility to bring honor to those people and teach our children. If we quit teaching our children the things of our history that point to the greatness of this nation, we will lose this nation.
Well, Ronald Reagan said it.
Yes.
I mean, you said it. Ronald
They're
Reagan,
changing the history books now.
Well, again, it goes kind of hand in hand with the same line of thinking that we push out every week on this show, is that it's disturbing to see that people are spinning things in their narratives based on how they think it should be versus what reality is.
Right.
And they're doing it to the Bible. They're taking things, they're rewriting the Bible, they're taking things out that they don't agree with personally, and they're spinning it to try to, I guess, shape and formulate
Undermine our country.
opinions to other people to get them to fall in line with their way of thinking.
And I'm starting with myself. We all need to be on the front lines of a war, representing our nation and trying to fight for our families and our churches and our grandparents and our grandkids. We need to be out there. And that's what these people did. They laid their life down for us.
Well, to give us the life that we want and the life that of opportunity to be able to go out and express ourselves and to worship the way we want to worship. That's the cause that we're fighting for. Okay, I brought up this past weekend to some people, and I actually posted a picture of our trip to Washington, D.C. back in 2019. We took a family trip up there. My parents did that with me when I was in middle school. And so Braden was a sophomore in high school. Brindley was in the 6th grade. So it was an opportunity for us to, good time, age range, to take them where they could appreciate it. And you know, the lasting impression, and to be honest with you, amazing that they haven't learned or had not learned in the classroom based on the different things of history now that they were able to learn by going and seeing the things that we saw.
True.
But the monuments and all are great, but the memorials, the Vietnam Memorial, the Korean Memorial, and then the World War I and World War II Memorial.
Unknown soldier.
Saw that, and that's the second time. Actually, that was the third time I had seen that ceremony, and it's still But the reason I bring that up is that to be able to go and see that firsthand, there's nothing you can do or read in a history book to get the experience of seeing that firsthand.
I'm sure that's true. Yeah.
And so I really encourage, and I said that on my post, I encourage, if you got kids, of age to where they can really understand and comprehend what they're looking at when they go to some of these monuments, I encourage you to do it, because that is where the heartbeat of your country is. All of the things that are there in Washington, D.C. for you to see from a history standpoint, it's why we are who we are today.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people out there that don't understand. And again, connecting on an emotional level, to me, is the biggest part of that. It's one thing to read about the Vietnam Memorial in a book and maybe see a picture, but when you actually go to the memorial, or you actually see some family there etching and taking a piece of paper and taking a pencil and doing that with the transcribing it on that paper so they can have it. Yeah, it is. I mean, if you see it in person.
Right.
So it is something that I encourage. But the reason we talk about that is in the next segment, we're going to see a clip from the service, the traditional service Sunday, in just what you talked about. I thought that you bring up a good point about Memorial Day weekend being after school is out versus Veterans Day being during school. Memorial Day, you
can't get out there to the kids, right?
That's right, in the importance. And you'll be amazed at how many think it's the same thing.
Exactly.
I've had kids that come up to me and go, well, I thought
we've already had that.
I thought we've already done that. What are we doing? And they don't understand that Veterans Day, we honor those that are back, that served, that are here with us still. And Memorial Day, we remember those that weren't fortunate enough to come back.
I talked to a veteran prior to that service, just, visiting over at Bill Nichols. And I said, what's your opinion about Memorial Day? You know what the guy's answer was?
What?
I was lucky.
Oh, that's what Coach Teal said
Yeah.
Sunday in service. He went and talked to the guy,
Yeah.
one of the veterans, and
Yeah.
that's, look, and a lot of them say that.
A lot of them say that.
You
yeah.
know, just I was fortunate that it wasn't my time.
That's right.
So, all right, up against another break. When we come back, clip from our service from this past Sunday. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
I'd like to share a message with you today called Honoring the Sacrifice. And the scripture comes from Romans, the 13th chapter, in the 7th verse. Give to everyone what you owe them. There's a sermon right there. If you owe taxes, pay taxes. I won't do a sermon on that, though, you know. If revenue, then revenue. If respect, then respect. If honor, then honor. May God add His richest blessing to the reading of His Word. May everything I say, everything we think, be to glorify Christ. Let us pray. Amen. If you don't know by now, you're going to find out that this is a very special Sunday for me. I literally love Memorial Sunday. I just came from a place where 500 people who could have been riding sea-doos and pontoon boat rides and swimming out in front of the pier had a pretty decent excuse, I guess. It's Memorial Weekend, right? And yet they came to church. They pulled up in their pontoon boats. They drove. There were people everywhere. And they worshiped God. I guess if I was talking about my favorite holiday, I mean, you got to go with Easter, don't you? I mean, that's a given. So let's just say that that's going to, for all Christians, that should be the holiday. Just move that over for a second. Let's talk about the rest of them. I'm a big Thanksgiving person. As you well know, I love Thanksgiving, and that'll be a special one. But I got to tell you, I think Memorial Day is the one I would pick. I would pick Memorial over the others, with the exception of Easter, of course. I think that goes back to me as an educator, because when I was a principal, we always had a really, really neat Veterans Day program. We'd have a ton of them would come and sit there, and some of them would get up and share a little bit. And when I became superintendent, we had 27 schools in Coleman County, and every one of them did a Veterans Day service. And the veterans would get on me. They'd say, "You're working us to death. How can we make all these?" But we would divide them up where they, each of them could attend 3 or 4 during the week. But we had a Veterans Day program. And back in those days, when I didn't really think much about being fired, you just do what's right, and whatever happens, happens. We had a little talk with the students, and with all of them, I said, now, let me tell you something. We're going to have a time in the assembly program that we're going to introduce the veterans that are here. Sometimes we'd have 30 of them sitting out there. And I'm going to ask them to stand. When I ask them to stand, you're going to give them a standing ovation. Now, do you understand? You're going to give them a standing ovation. You can cheer if you want to, but that's what you're going to do. And you don't have a choice. I'm old-fashioned. So we'd do that, and those students would get up there, and they'd stand up and cheer. And I mean, I could not look at the veterans' faces. I mean, well, I'd just be a basket case. But I watched that. We had groups that would sing, and it was a big deal. I mean, the Veterans Day program was absolutely fantastic. But here's the deal. Veterans Day happens during the school year. So you can have Veterans Day programs. But Memorial Day doesn't come during the school year. The kids are out of school on Memorial Day. And that just drives me nuts, because we got to get that right. We have to get Memorial Day right. See, on Veterans Day, the veterans could get up and talk and say a few things to the kids. They got to see them. They could shake their hands. They could stand up and give them a standing ovation. They could do all that stuff. But Memorial Day, you can't do any of that, because those gave their life. They're not with us anymore. You can't shake their hands. You can't pat them on the back. You can't give them a standing ovation, because they paid the ultimate. Somewhere in the past, they were teamed up with some of their buddies, looking at each other, full well knowing that this could be the day that they would die. wondering about the people they died for? And how would those people take it? Would they understand? Would they get it? That nothing we have is free? Nothing we have in this country is free. Not when it's been paid for since the late 1700s by 2 million men and women that have died in the cause for America. 2 million. It falls upon us. Our children are not going to be able to see those who've died for us. It's up to us to honor them for them. It's up to us to tell them the story. It's up to us on Memorial Day, right before the prayer, before we eat the barbecue, to tell our children this is what Memorial Day is about. This is what it means. Well, it's our responsibility. The scripture that I read to you said, if it's honor, give honor. We need to give honor to those men and women who died for us, and we need to do it in front of our children. We need to teach them that, because they're not going to get to attend any Memorial Day services at school because those people aren't around. I mean, I know I've said that too many times. I know that you get that. Proverbs says, give honor wherever honor is due. Well, it's due, without a doubt. Christ died for us while we were yet sinners, says Paul. We're here today because Jesus ultimately sacrificed His life for us. God gave His life for us. And when we think about nothing is free, that goes for the church. That goes for our spiritual life too. It's been paid for too. Been paid for by the blood of Christ, through which we are forgiven and have a relationship with God. But it's not going to be easy. We've got some challenges out there. And we're going to have to take some stands in places that it makes us slightly maybe uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. In 1970, a guy named Alvin Toffler wrote a book called Future Shock. That was about the time that I was in high school and in college, and I had a degree in sociology, so I studied Toffler a lot in that book. Let me tell you about that. Future Shock has got two main premises to it. And by the way, Toffler was not a bad guy. He was a futurist, but he wanted to warn us what was coming. He didn't have ill will towards people. But the first thing is information overload. He described America in the 60s, and it was so busy, and there was so much information out there. And the real meaning of future shock is this: too much change too fast. And he predicted that if we continued to go the way we were going during the 60s, that we were going to have tremendous trouble, and we were going to be alienated in many cases from our social institutions, the main ones being our religious faith and our families and our allegiance to our country. That those things were going to be challenged like they've never been challenged before because of all the change that was taking place. I remember in the movie, there's a movie called Future Shock, and I remember it coming on the screen. Here's an interesting concept. Home is a place you leave. The definition of home is a place you leave. Pretty profound. And then another statement, freedom, the lack of a sense of belonging. Freedom, the lack of a sense of belonging. And today we find ourselves in the very situations that he talked about. These will be our challenges. I mean, I had an atheist professor, and I've told you that till you're sick of hearing about it. But one of the things that he really played up was everything was relative. there were no absolutes. In other words, what was wrong 50 years ago is not wrong now. And that everything changes. Truth changes. And there's not anything that's consistent all throughout history. We can't sit in this church and believe in Jesus Christ and believe that. That's a bunch of nothing. Jesus Christ is absolute. What He did 2,000 years ago, He does today. He is the same. This Bible is the Word of God. It was the Word of God 2,000 years ago in the Old Testament. It continues to be the Word of God. From front to back, it is not relative. It is absolute. The sacrifice that these men and women gave for us throughout history so we could have these freedoms is absolute. It's real. It doesn't change. And just because people were spitting on our troops as they came home from Vietnam, that's not.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone. Again, had an opportunity to see a little bit of Coach's sermon from this past Sunday, honoring Memorial Day and and again, had a beautiful rendition of Taps played by David there. And, you know, kind of going back from the history, Taps dates all the way back to the Civil War. And, you know, I encourage you to go back and read about how that evolved, and now that's played to honor those that are fallen.
And the song our men sang was a Civil War
It was
song.
a hymn.
From that era.
That's right.
Yeah.
They didn't see that in the clip, but
Yeah.
I encourage you to go back to our website at cornerstone-fgmc.org or go to our Facebook page and pull up the service. You're
Had
free
a beautiful
to watch.
violin.
Right, just an awesome service. You know, we're limited in our time here, so we're not able to show everything. But go back and watch that. I definitely encourage you to do that.
And watch the service this Sunday, and you're going to hear an unbelievable special about the sermon topic, which if God can use a thief, and it's going to be really good.
Awesome.
That choir is else.
The choir, you know, our praise
and
band.
the praise band.
The
I
praise
mean,
band
everybody.
and the arbor, the choir. I mean, David, man, he is. Is there anything he can't do? I mean,
There's nothing he can't play.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he goes from the drums to the keyboard to the guitar to the trumpet,
And loves it all.
and I mean, it's like, man, just so natural.
Well, he and
so,
Jody are great leaders. And then I don't know if you noticed in the arbor, but two of our new members
Right.
were up there participating.
They were.
And I wasn't there. You know, I spoke somewhere else for that occasion, but I bet they were having fun.
They were
up
having a
there,
great
weren't
time.
they?
They were having a great time. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of fun, speaking of busy, the month of June, we had a busy month of May.
Good gracious.
And, well, we're gonna try to top it in June with everything
Oh,
going on. And
please.
we just had Glenda up here with Vacation Bible School, and again, Kane, if you'll pop up the flyer, we'll start there here in this final segment. June the 3rd through the 5th, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. At our Arbor campus. You can go to cornerstone-fgmc.org/VBS-registration, and you can go right there and you can register. Just go to our website. There's a link right there. You can see it. Click on it, and you'll be able to register your child there for Vacation Bible School.
We'd
Again,
love to have them.
June 3rd through the 5th, Coach Coleman will be there coloring with the kids. He'll be having a good time. Life-size paintbrushes.
Do they have nap time too?
I'm sure they do.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I don't think you'll have time 5 to 7. There won't be. Now,
I don't know.
I remember.
Well, we'll see.
you may-
We'll see about that.
Exactly. It could be a little bit of nap time.
I went to
anyway.
bed last night at 7,
We weren't talking about you going to bed. We're talking about the kids.
but I was.
Okay, so you can come
Okay.
find Coach Coleman asleep in a pallet.
Never. You'll never see that.
Yeah, so no. Do you,
But it's fun to
do
think
you
about.
Sleep? Do you sleep? Is the question.
I don't sleep much. I don't. But last night I went to bed
You know that's
pretty
not
early.
healthy. You know that's not healthy, right?
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
No, it's
I mean, I'm living that out. Are you kidding?
you gotta have a little bit of sleep every once in a while. I'm told the same thing, by the way. So
It's fun.
I get it. But Vacation Bible School next week. Got this week to register. Make sure you go and register. All right. Jimmy Yates will be with us next week.
Yeah.
To talk about Project 412. He started that last year. They need help. You know, this is a youth-based project to go out in the community and find things that we need to help people with here. You know, you don't have to go to a neighboring state or drive 8, 9, 10 hours away. There's plenty to do in the Lake Martin area of people that need that we can reach out and help here. So Project 412 will be in its second year, and you don't have to go to our church. If you want to come join in and be the hands and feet of Christ through this
It's
ministry.
a community effort.
It's a community ministry.
It is.
And, you know, we've utilized the schools in the past and gotten some of the athletes to come and join. I'm not sure. Jimmy's going to talk more about that when he comes next week. So, but they need the help. You know, they need some adults to kind of lead some of these teams because, again, the youth are going to be doing a lot of the work, but they need the guidance. They need professional help of somebody that knows how to run the tools right and the different things that they're going to be doing. So,
And Legacy Builders and FCA's got a camp coming up.
so that's where we're about to go next.
Yeah, the Legacy Sports Camp, and we got. I love Jimmy's mission projects. It's good for our young people to get out there and do things for others. It's good
Right.
for all of us to do
No, it
that.
is.
But that's going to be on the 6th. That's a Thursday of June. It's going to start around 8:30. Registration go to about 2 o'clock. It's totally free. We're going to have well-known coaches that will be taking various sports. We offer 10, Brett, and it's grades 1 through 6 this past year. And, you know, I think you can find a way just to go online. It's a Fellowship of Christian Athletes has it on their website. And we've
Right.
got that out there, but you may not have it. But you can come the day of, the morning of, to the Sportsplex. Be there around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we can get your child registered, and we'll plug them in, and everybody goes home at 2. So it's going to be a
day.
great day. A lot of legacy guys there, Brett.
Yeah, a lot of legacy guys there. 10 sports, 10 activities.
10 activities.
that you can choose
Yeah.
from.
And you know, Brett,
Do you choose one?
those men being out there, just their presence, and those children seeing these men, and I make a point to tell
Right.
those kids that they're not getting paid a penny. They've got other things to do, but they chose, because they love Christ, to come and be a part of this and support you, and let's have some fun. I just think their presence there is a real blessing for those kids to see.
Are kids able to pick multiple sports? They have to pick one and be with it all day.
They're going to be with their sport all day, but they're going to pick 2 sports. So if for some reason we don't make their first one,
Yeah.
then we bump them to their next one.
Gotcha.
Because we want them to go in there where there's plenty coming. And usually, I mean, we have 150 to 200 kids come
That's
to
awesome.
this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you know the dates right off the top of your head?
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
Throw them out there.
June the 6th.
There you go, June 6th.
It's Thursday, June the 6th. Registration starting probably around 8 o'clock, and they go home at 2.
So
and
next
we
week-
provide lunch, and everything free. Just, you don't have to pay. Just come have a good time.
Next week is going to be super busy. You got Vacation Bible School, the 3rd through the 5th.
Well,
and
and
you
then
got
the next week we'll think of something else.
That-
But,
well,
yeah, we're going to have busy now.
Well, it is. And, you know,
Fun,
Glenda's coming
A
back
blessing.
to talk about other camps that are going to be going on.
Oh,
during the
yeah,
summer.
yeah.
No, we've got an art camp coming up. So there's so much.
Now, I can't wait for that.
You're ready to get after it.
I can't draw a stick, man.
was
I
just-
literally can't.
I was expecting Picasso.
No, you weren't. No, you absolutely weren't.
I kind of was. I mean, I kind of heard.
But
you
I think
great.
it's great teaching those kids. But I guarantee you, I'm unteachable when it comes to art.
You took after Crayola, right?
You should send me drawing. I draw a play up on the blackboard, you know. But that's it.
You might could draw up a play or two for everybody.
I could do that. We might do a little chalk talk one day.
We can do that. We can roll the old chalkboard out here and talk about that. Again, I'm going to say this like we say in the schools now. If you can't find something to be involved with, it's your fault.
Amen.
I mean, it really is. I mean, there's so many opportunities in the schools now for kids to be involved in something. So many different things, and the same within our church and all the different camps for our kids, and you know, for our adults to help and assist in that, and to be part of a small group. We got it. I mean, you know, it's just their opportunities are out there for people to be involved and be engaged. And you can go to our website again, cornerstone-fgmc.org, to find out about that. Before we go off the air, I want to throw up the brochure one more time, Kane, for just a few seconds, to let everybody know that Vacation Bible School is coming up next week, June 3rd through the 5th, from 5 p.m. to 7 at Arbor campus. Go register there at our website I just threw out there, or our Facebook page. You can click on the link there to be part of it. And that's going to wrap us up here for this edition of Inside Cornerstone, man. been a fun one.
It's fun. I love it. It's we joke about how much is going on, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely.
And that's what Christ would have us to do, to get out and work and have all the activities. We got some great things in store this summer.
We do. Looking forward to it, Coach. Again, want to thank everybody for joining us each and every week. We'll be back with you same time, same place next week. Hope everybody has a great week, everybody.
You're a good man, Kane.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.